Hello, good evening, good day, whatever time you're watching this. So I actually am just making this video to give you guys kind of an idea of how to make the aromatic dressing. Not everybody has been to a class because it's something I did not always teach. And so now I teach people how to make the aromatic dressing. This is a form of self-care that is extremely effective because it completely will make your cells sing, as I like to say. So we're going to be using the aromatic dressing is exactly what it sounds like. You are going to put oils on your body, and that's why my face is completely oily. I just put some frankincense on my face, and one of the things that I was about to make was the aromatic dressing, and I thought, oh my goodness, I really do need to do a video for it for you guys so that you guys know how to make it if this is going to be part of your self-care routine. And so I'm going to teach a little bit about what the aromatic dressing is very quickly. It's basically just 3 oils that most people have on hand. So it's not like most people would have to purchase these if they are oily people. The aromatic dressing has wild orange, lavender, and frankincense, which everyone knows is one of my favorites. So the idea behind the aromatic dressing is, first of all, those are oils that are pretty much in most of the kits when you get them. And the idea behind it is to bring your body to a form of homeostasis, kind of like the Aromatouch technique with less oils, but very, very, very amazing oils for your cells. And I always teach that, well, I have been teaching more so lately, that the idea of what we want to be accomplishing with our body is, you know, in our Western medicine, we're very smart and we found the body to be complicated, a very complicated system. And so we had people specialize in every type of system. So if you have heart issues, you go to a cardiologist. If you have urinary issues, then you go see a urologist. You kind of get my drift of where I'm going here. And one of the things, though, that really has caught my attention with dealing with so many autoimmune diseases, learning about the microbiome, getting my specialty in nutrition, and learning about genetics on such a deep level, and epigenetics. One of the things I found is, you know, we were all one cell to start, and that's amazing. And then that cell, with a slight variation, changed to form a group of cells that were our organs. But down to the matter is that we're still just a group of cells, which all started to looking exactly the same. And so even though the body is a very, very complicated system, if we are just treating the cells, you are treating the base and the root cause of most symptoms, of most conditions. So if you clean the cell, you nourish the cell, and you detoxify the cell, and you protect the cell, you will bring yourself into a space of homeostasis and a place of well-being. So what is the aromatic dressing? Well, the aromatic dressing is a form of well-being that I always recommend people do right away. So most people will get home, be a little bit intimidated by their oils. They're going to be they know they can diffuse. That one's easy. But I like people to be educated enough to get the essential oils on their skin, on their bodies right away. So I teach the aromatic dressing. So we are going to put equal parts, which is in this beautiful little container that I have right here. See how big this is? This is probably, I don't know, 30 mils, I'm going to say. You know where I bought this? I bought this at Dollarama. It's made out of glass with a cork, all natural things. So I got 3 of these for $1. And this is what I use constantly. And I fit 3 applications to cover my entire body with this one little thing. So during the 2-week reset or the 2-week self-care that we're going to be doing, there's going to be probably more than half the time I'm going to be giving the aromatic dressing as one of the things to do in the evening before bed. You could probably do it in the morning. I just find that a lot of if you're in Canada like I am, a lot of hospitals and a lot of spaces, a lot of schools are still very scent reduced or scent free, which I'm not even going to go there. That's a whole different topic. But so when you're using it at night, First of all, you're not going to be self-conscious about smelling. And second of all, you're actually going to be supporting your system with certain essential oils that are very calming and very, very soothing to the emotions. So let's get into it really quickly because I wanted this video to be shorter than it already is. So frankincense, high in aldehydes, which is a type of monoterpene, very, very great. They basically call these the ultimate doctor. So very, very nourishing to the cells. Well, I shouldn't say nourishing. Very, very cleansing to the cells and goes right down deep into the cells. And as far as resetting things to factory settings, this is the oil that I used for my son when we were dealing with autism. And it is considered the king of oils. doTERRA sources it from Somalia, and it actually is very, very ethically sourced. They are trying to bring hope back to Somalia in a place where there has been so much hope lost. So this is an essential oil. You should be proud of the fact of how doTERRA sources and how much they put back into the communities that are letting us use their beautiful frankincense. Next, lavender, Swiss Army knife of essential oils. So lavender, it's, you know, hit and miss. Some people love it, some people don't. doTERRA's has a very different smell than if you were to walk into a lavender store. Because doTERRA sources, you know, their lavender from Bulgaria, it has a very soft floral scent, not that really pungent smell, which I don't mind. So normally I was not a fan of lavender until I smelled doTERRA's lavender, and that completely changed my outlook on lavender and how it should be sourced and what it smells like and the differences between lavandin and lavender and all kinds of things. Lavender is extremely multi-purpose with essential oils. It is calming to our emotions. It is calming to our body. It is a great way to get a good night's rest. It's just an amazing tool. And when it's coupled with frankincense, it's like, oh, it's something that will just make your cells sing. It really, really does help the body in so many ways. So soothing to the skin as well. So so you're basically going to be nourishing your skin, and oh, it's just all kinds of goodness. Now we're going to talk about wild orange, and this is another reason why I don't recommend doing the aromatic dressing in the morning, because so just say, especially if it's summertime, we very sadly have not seen very much sunlight in the last little bit. It's winter here still, and it's the end of April, so it's been a very long season for us. Wild orange is in a citrus oil, which is, like, safety wise, you actually don't want to be going out in the sun, direct sunlight constantly with wild orange. Where I live, not really an issue, but for some people who live in the tropicals or some people who are going on vacation, this is something you should be aware of, is that any citrus oil is photosensitive and will create, you know, the chances of your skin burning or turning red in the sunlight. So it's great if you want to throw it on your hair though, because it'll help lighten it, but everywhere else you kind of want to keep it away from the sun. So doing it at night is, to me, a great time. So wild orange is, again, see, this is one thing that's very interesting, is that, to me, when I found out, is that wild orange is another monoterpene. It's another soothing essential oil for the cells. It is very, very calming to the body and to the emotions. It's also very kind of, in its own way, invigorating as well. It's still fine to use before bed, guys. It's also extremely effective to smell and to inhale because of its wonderful ways of actually helping to create something called serotonin in the body. It doesn't create it, but it stimulates your creation of it. That's probably what I should be saying. So having these three amazing oils together is like magic. So why not go home and know that you can use them right away? So this is how you make the aromatic dressing. After talking so long, I'm sorry everyone, I know I have a lot of long videos in this. So voila, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm gonna tell you that when we are creating a roller ball, we actually use less drops, or around the same amount of drops that I'm about to use. The reason that we use the same amount of drops, and it's such a, smaller, and just so you know, this is the thing that's amazing about essential oils. This is like pennies per drop for treatment of overall well-being. We are worth it. So especially in the self-care, you are worth it. But one of the reasons that we don't want to be putting too much essential oils in this as compared to a roller ball, 4, 5. So I'm on 5. So I have 15 drops in total in this container. Now, when you're doing a rollerball, you're actually looking at very specific treatment areas. So you're just putting a little bit of the rollerball on your skin. So you're either, you know, just say it's your belly, you're just rubbing a little bit on your belly. You're not covering your whole body, which is what we're going to be doing. And a rollerball can last anywhere from like a month to 3 months to 6 months, depending on how much you use it. Using it daily in our family, a rollerball for 3 people will last an entire month. That's like, you know, I've used 15 drops of essential oil, so it's a great way to get value out of your oils. But this, on the other hand, will not be lasting me that long, which means that I'm putting more of it on my skin in one sitting. And that's why you want to have a reduced amount of essential oil drops. I'm going to fill it with fractionated coconut oil. This is what I'm using today. Normally, I actually use something different. I actually use the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil, especially if it's going to be going on my face. But today it is not going to be going on my face, so it's okay. So, it smells good. I'm going to put the lid on. And I can't take credit for having like created this blend or anything like that. There was a wonderful woman in Australia, who actually is the one who started teaching this. She taught it to us when we went to convention, and it was a wonderful gift, and I'm very grateful, and I give her the credit for it. So this blend is something you will be using often. This will actually calm and help so much, and it is something in a self-care routine that's so easy to do, and it's amazing to have on hand. So, aromatic dressing, go and make it.